Good morning readers. I, Harish Budu, warmly welcome you to my channel. Learn as much as possible from my handwritten articles. This 9th February 2021 opinion paper. 1950s and 1960s Party Militant Social Democrat Methods, Means and Tactics to Divide and Subdivide Hindus, now backed by Xavier Duval plus L'express. Both forget that there were tragic consequences. Warm greetings. Welcome to this 9th of February 2021 opinion paper. Whilst going through, bear in mind that we are no authority, we are only making use of our past experiences, to lay the groundwork. We leave to you all to judge for yourselves and reach your own decisions. We appeal to your sense of justice to contact and convince only one person today, to join us in our great mission. Many thanks. Best wishes. We are proud of you. B. Lesson from my mother and 1. Your own. Yesterday, we wrote about the green vegetables, which grew naturally in the sugar cane fields and on the banks of the village river, Rouge. They were and still are, commonly called breeds. There were many rich varieties. Those were times, 1950s, when chemicals, insecticide, were not utilized in sugar cane and vegetable plantations. They did not exist. So the breeds were safe and eatable. 2. Little wonder, those breeds were the staple food, along with rice and flour. We ate plenty of them every day. Poverty pushed mother to cook them in many ways. There was no electricity. And no fridge. A real blessing in disguise. We ate vegetables, fresh. 3. And the lesson? It was a necessity then, to eat plenty of those green breeds. Mother did not know that they were very rich in vitamins and minerals. Good for health. I still eat a lot of breeds. See, Students' Corner. Let us together consider but 8 British Broadcasting Corporation phrases, out of many, from my own diary, of this early morning world news. Massive crowds in Myanmar streets have given new momentum to show of defiance. Relations have soured. And with new tensions between exploitation and preservation. To capture public imagination. Progress was frustratingly slow. Despite the hunger, he had energy. The drug had dangerous side effects. It proved to be a tough balancing act. Believe you me, my method of learning works wonders. D. 1950s and 1960s of dividing and subdividing Hindus, and NMU, Andre Masson and Party Militant Social Democrat Methods back, with a vengeance by their remnants. 1. But first and foremost, here is a personal appeal to all our readers and friends. Make no mistake. Some newspapers, editors-in-chief, politicians, so-called observers and others of their likes are now playing a very dangerous game. Not foolishly but knowingly. Such a method led to the assassination of Rampersad Zurat, in 1967, at Belrose, by Party Militant Social Democrat thugs. Attack on the Indian High Commissioner, ridiculing Hindus and their traditions, food, dress, religion, languages, festivals, religious books and everything that resembled Hindu way of life. Violent attacks by Party Militant Social Democrat on religious places and Hindus wearing saris and dhatis and tikas. A Hindu lady wearing a sari was publicly undressed in Port Louis at a Party Militant Social Democrat meeting. 44% of the population, mostly minorities, voting against the independence of the country. Massive withdrawal of money from banks by Party Militant Social Democrat. Systematic boycott of the Mauritian flag by Party Militant Social Democrat supporters. The Catholic Church openly campaigning for the Party Militant Social Democrat in the private sector, against Hindus and India. The massive emigration to Australia, South Africa, France etc. and that too, only white-skinned Mauritians were allowed by the receiving countries. Serious brain drain. Highly skilled and professional cadres left us, and finally and worst, the tense atmosphere of fear and suspicion led to the 1967-1968 civil unrest, with loss of human lives and properties. 2. We can go on, but we have to stop here. with the never-ending natural and disastrous and tragic consequences of the 1950s and 1960s party militant Social Democrats' deliberate acts of violence, aided and abetted by the church, the sugar industry and some journalists. 3. And here is another direct appeal to the public. Listen, the above-mentioned dire consequences speak volumes. They should not be repeated. I should not be named, blamed, shamed and nailed for raising the alarm. Let nobody tax me with any communal agenda. History testifies, I have done a lot of good work for all people. All told, somebody should now have to tell the truth. 4. These days, the 1950s and 1960s ghosts are haunting us all again. Dangerously so. Both Sivaramen, editor-in-chief of L'express, and Xavier Duval, leader of party militant Social Democrat, have again utilized the same methods, means and tactics of the party militant Social Democrat of the 1950s and 1960s. They are talking of Hindus' internal social divisions. They are dividing and subdividing. They are criminalizing a section of the Hindu community, the Vaishs. They are deliberately trying to drive a wedge. Turn all the other sections against the Vaishs. And Sivaramen, the new avatar of L'express, even wrote an editorial today entitled, "The New Vaishs in Town." Some time ago, a politician even raised the issue of 24% Vaishs and 27% Griots and that a Griot should be Prime Minister. 5. Xavier Duval, the remnant of 1960s party militant Social Democrat, had even campaigned for a communal census plus for a new electoral boundary procedure, because of an election, zot finigagni. Last year, he had dared to threaten me on the phone. I am not afraid. Question arises. There are many sections in other communities. They never dare to refer to them. But an editorial in L'express on Vaishs is unacceptable. Next part tomorrow. Keep reading, keep learning. Like and subscribe for more thrilling articles. Thank you for watching.